Who do you think caused this damage? Was it A, someone who broke into our house, or B, LAPD? I'll give you a second to think about it.
I thought this was fucking hilarious. So at first, I heard that they fell through the ceiling.
Like a cartoon.
Because I was in the car and they came out and they're like, hey, we have to like give you a form to like claim damages. And I'm like, we fell through the ceiling. I thought what happened was they came up the yard and they fell down like the pulley thing.
Yeah, because you described it and I was like, oh no, the attic door. That's Eamon's bathroom.
That's what I thought too, yeah.
Because that would make sense to fall through. But instead what happened is they went really thorough in their attic search and went through a crawl space, saw Zipper, the 3D form of him.
Yeah.
Panicked.
Like the Simpsons episode.
Yeah, and then just tried running
unloaded
away.
a fucking clip on him.
Yeah, he was like an agent in the Matrix.
But Zipper's fine because it's kind of like he's more
he
ethereal.
Can unzip to dodge.
Yeah.
And then they fell through.
So wait, you got swatted, went downstairs without checking what happened.
We also didn't really, I'm sure people kind of know, but we also never really said that at the beginning, that this happened.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, we got swatted.
So today's Monday, this happened yesterday on Sunday. So you got swatted during your chess tournament.
Yeah.
And then this all happened. Then you, without looking at what you just saw near the front door, you just went downstairs and did a mogul mail.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Not even, I just went live.
Content machine will stop, baby.
But you could have just looked to the left.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
No, it was mind blowing.
I beelined.
That is crazy.
Because you have to, there was so much insulation everywhere on the stairs that you actively had to not look to the left. You didn't even have to go up to see the damage.
You might have smelled it if you tried hard enough.
That is, you are crazy.
What I did.
He was a man on a mission.
I was in there and I was annoyed because at first I was in the squad car for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then I got out and then I was like, okay, let me try to talk and make sure this doesn't happen again. Realized quickly that's not going to work. And so then I just went inside, tried to find Coots, mission 1.
Yeah.
And I said, Coots! And I heard her meowing from outside the door that I just closed.
Oh, fuck.
So God bless her heart. That was the only thing I was worried about. Yeah. She came right to me.
There's coyotes around.
And then I just beeline downstairs because I wanted to finish a chess tournament.
Oh, sure.
But then I realized I was like about an hour late and some people had hard outs. So I couldn't do it. So I was bummed. So then I just talked about it, said,
yeah, it's, when this happened a couple times, I went to the police station because calling them, you have to find the watch commander, and that person is hard to talk to. They're just hard to reach. So I went in physically to the police station, and I said, this is happening. I explained the situation to the person at the front desk who was armed with a gun, and I said, this is happening. And then she looked it up. She's like, oh, yeah, we have that on file. And I was like, okay, well, it just happened again. So, and everyone said they were confused and that they didn't have it on file, or they didn't tell us that. And she's like pissy at me that by this point, no, we have it. We'll call you.
Fuck off.
So
dude.
they fucking didn't. So that's cool.
That's what
it's
blows,
unreal. You guys are like, just tell them. Just fucking. There's all these systems. You have to like go and you have to like do this. We did. We did everything.
The
they don't
level
care.
of incompetence that is like so clearly visible from talking to these people over and over and again is insane. Because I already like through just like seeing things and researching things like already lacked like a kind of a calculated like on paper lack of faith in the police. But as I interact with them more over the past like couple years in person and have these like personal experiences with them, it like really emphasizes how disorganized it all is.
It's real.
And it's like it's all these like normal, I think the way you described it with the Starbucks barista thing, it's like normal guys who like might otherwise be like getting jobs where they're like, you know, like fucking making food where you can like learn to do it in a day and like, you know, maybe you get better at it after a few weeks. But the problem is, and that's great, making food is awesome. We all need food. But the problem is, it's those same people that are suiting up in uniform and rolling up to the house with guns pointed at my fucking face.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I just want a higher degree of competence out of the organization that's doing this. Because it's fucking...
I think it would be nice.
I feel like with something that is this popular on the internet, which we all have free access to, by the way, I've asked them directly. I'm like, do you know what this term means? Do you know what Twitch is? And they're just like, no.
Oh,
and I'm like,
dude.
how is this not at this point part of your training that like this might happen during your time in Los Angeles?
Even
of all
the
places,
people,
right?
Even the people that show up, like we were talking to people that have all been to our house for the first time. Like there was this like smaller group of people that we talked to after that they hadn't been to one of the calls at our house before because it's been a while since this happened. And I almost like I expect more, but I do understand from their perspective, like what is happening. It's like, you've never been here before. You just get a call from dispatch that this kidnapping or whatever is happening at this address, and you show up and you do your fucking job. Like, I get that part. But half of these fucking guys have been here before and know exactly what's going on and are just too lazy or don't give enough of a shit to make sure, like, guys, maybe it's not a real fucking murder happening in the house this time.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
And I think there's the obvious guy who's fucking licking the Cheetos off his fingers to start typing this right now that I want to address, who's saying, like, bro, they have to come. What do you want them to not come? What if it's real next time? It's like, no, we understand that part. The issue is that, like, I have empathy for, like, the cop who's, like, they just doing their job and coming, but a lot of times it's the same exact people, and they escalate the situation compared to last time.
And this is what it always boils down to. When I'm talking to the guy, because we brought this up last time. We talked in circles with this one dude for a while. He changed his answers to some of your questions as we talked through the conversation, which was funny. But I was like, at the end of the day, it's like there is an understanding that this happens, that nothing is going wrong. And I'm like, I understand that I'm not trying to equivocate their fame, but think about this. Do you think this happens to, like, Kourtney Kardashian, whose address is very public? Tens of millions of people follow that person, and this probably happens to this person. But you guys don't do this to that person's house. So what's the difference? Just tell me what to do.
Yeah, you did ask that clearly.
Please tell me what to do. Like, that is all I want, is to talk to the person who will make sure that we just get a fucking phone call.
You got to
dude.
start $1 billion makeup company. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not pretty
You gotta be
enough.
on that Kylie
It's
Wish.
one thing for, like, them to come and then, like, it happens, whatever, and then after they're sort of, like, apologetic and, like, empathetic to how we feel and how we must be scared.
Some of them are.
And,
Some of them are.
But, like, a majority
Some
of
of
them are not, right?
Yeah.
And
They're
I wasn't here for this
pricks.
last one, and for all the ones before, it was only they were all dicks. And
Yeah.
the ones who were potentially nice were in the back not saying anything
The
because
people
they are
that were
lower
nice,
ranking or
the
whatever.
people that were nice were the people that came back, because one of them lost a watch in our attic,
Oh,
and they still can't
Can't
find it. Yeah.
Sorry.
no, we
That's-
gave it to him.
That
And,
is crazy.
And so 3 of the people that were, like, nicer came back, but all
Yeah.
the people who are, like, fucking dicks.
So when you
and
say
even have
shit
been here
to
multiple
us,
times,
like, get a fucking new job, we're not gonna. One of them literally said the words, "We are not going to come next time." And I'm like,
Oh, I
damn,
bet, like, good.
fucking
I'm
don't
like,
come,
yo,
dude.
homies, that's fucking sick. When they say shit like that, it is so hard to not walk away from the situation, like, mad and trusting the establishment, the system that you live in, so much less. Because, like, we could very easily just be mad at, like, the broader system that exists in place to send the actual patrol or whatever it's called, the squadron, that comes to the house, right? And if they're, like, empathetic to us and, like, you know, actually just doing their jobs, then we don't have to be necessarily mad at them. We can sort of make a call in and try to solve it from the top down. But instead, it's like the problem exists at all levels. Where at the top, they're like, we're gonna call you, and they're kidding. They're just trolling.
It was a
There's
big joke.
the way
And
they
at the
describe
bottom,
it-
they hate
the way
us.
they describe it is like all these layers that, like, are completing the execution of this, from the person answering the call to the police department getting dispatched to the people on the streets that are actually showing up. These people are super disconnected. It's not this magical cohesive system where they're super communicative with each other and they're all in sync about, like, oh, okay, this address is flagged now. It's so disorganized.
Ludwig kept calling him
Yeah.
the grounds crew in the video, which was really funny because they're not, like, doing yard work.
Well,
That-
they're
but
like,
that's
they're
what
like,
they're like.
But you
what I
call
meant
them
is
the
like,
grounds
I was
crew.
trying to, they're like,
boots on ground.
they're the
You're-
boots on
you're
ground.
dumb.
They're the
That's what
people
I
at
meant
the
to
end
say.
of the system getting the final
Yeah,
little
we call them the
notice to, like,
grounds
come
crew
find
like
you.
they're laying sod.
They are laying their sod
They're
on
laying
me.
it in my
Yeah.
fucking brain.